Jackson now. Going to throw again. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
Here we go. Set. 18 data. 18 data. Rip right. Rip right. Check three. Check three. Check three. Wide, get wide.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
Watch the screen.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Vigil. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz.
Later on. Was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
That good for 22 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught at the 25. A big pickup of 38. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Dalton, and he rifles one incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So it's 1st and goal and a great up. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, as time expires in the first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up. But maybe...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Buying time to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Bernard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Dalton sets up play action. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. got the lane, and there he goes. The 40. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action here with Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So Dalton now. Eluding the pressure right. He can run. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Jackson, flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Jackson throwing again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Nick Vigil. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw here, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. After the sack on 1st down, Dalton in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Pernell McPhee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but it's on the way.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They run the counter. Bernard. Giovanni Bernard. Nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Watch the screen.
Ingram again. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
57, Mike 57.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He's going to run, but Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.